Just give it a minute because ain't nobody there yet.
Huh?
Ain't nobody on there yet. It just went. Come on in. Check the sound.
I'm gonna turn my phone on.
Okay. Come on in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome live Friday night. T.D.D.U.P with Curtis and Susie. Come on in, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you on the platforms on tonight. Thank you for joining us. Wherever you're joining us from around the country, overseas, wherever you're joining us from, we're so excited to have you aboard on tonight. Thank you for joining.
Come on in. Invite somebody in. We are going live. We came on a few minutes early.
Give you time to.
Come on, come on. Come on in.
Thank you for joining T.D.D.U.P Couples Club with Curtis and Susie live Friday night. All right, come on in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Thank you for joining. Hello, everybody.
Tell someone about the live tonight. We are going live. Invite another couple. Share this live, y'all.
We hope to get 10,000 people tonight sharing with us on tonight.
This up here, because it is going to distract you. Up here.
Okay. Thank you for joining us on tonight. We're so happy to have you in the house tonight. Come on in. Friday night live with Curtis and Susie.
As you join, give us a thumbs up, some hearts, so we will know you're there.
And also follow us. All right. We're on a little early tonight. We're waiting on you. Come on in. We kick this off at 7:30. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us on tonight. You're live with the Spears. Or better yet, T.D.D.U.P, till death do us part.
Thank you for joining. If you can see us and hear us real well, give us some thumbs up and hearts so we know you're there. You're going to make some fire. Just let it go.
Okay, hold on. I got you. I got you. Thank you for joining us. Look, I'm gonna go from there. Oh. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Why is President Trump so angry? Because
we're waiting on you to join us on tonight. Welcome, TikTok Live. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. Call a friend. Let them know we're on live. You gonna knock my now? You come to me? You gonna knock my coffee off?
It's Friday night. Thank y'all so much for joining. As you join, give us some thumbs up and heart so we can know you there. And then if you can hear us well, let me know. Let me stop the music.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ananias.
Thank you for joining us on tonight.
Following us, hit that follow button at the top.
Thank you for joining us. We're live. We're live. We're live.
Are we getting some feedback?
Turn the volume down a little bit. Still getting feedback? Thank you for joining us. We're so glad to have you in the house on tonight. You're live with Curtis and Susie.
Hey, Iris. Bossman, Alice, y'all hit the follow button at the top. If you're not following us, we want all y'all to follow us.
Absolutely.
Engage. We want y'all to engage in talking with us tonight.
All right. We're ready to get started. It is 7:30 now. Do this need to be up?
No, you can see it right there on the time on it right there.
Okay. 7:30.
Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Lily.
Come on in
Get
tonight.
Out, Woman of Valor. Thank y'all so much for joining. We have multiple screens. That's why if you see us look at different ways, we have multiple screens up. Hey, thank y'all for joining. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Come on in. We're going to have a great discussion on tonight. Hope you brought your thinking cap tonight, because we're going to make you think on tonight. We've been in the 6-day intimacy challenge also for those of you who follow us. We want to see how have you progressed on this challenge. We want to make sure you're following and doing the exercise that we prescribe for you. It got dark, honey. What did you do? All right, listen, come on in. Thank you for joining us, Keith. Thank you. Sweet Tiff, I can't see that. Sweet Tiff Affection, join. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on tonight. We're looking forward to having a discussion with you.
Well, tonight, first, before we start, I want all of those that are not following us to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. That's the first thing we want you to do. Hit that follow button, guys. It does not cost anything for you to follow us. And then we want you to go over to the YouTube channel, which is T.D.D.U.P Couples. And that's an acronym, guys. I always say it.
Tell them what it means.
But it's T.D.D.U.P.
And?
Which stands for Till Death Do Us Part. So when you go over to YouTube, that's what you'll see. T.D.D.U.P. Couples Club. So subscribe to our channel and then also turn on the notification. So when we go live, you'll be notified that we're live. Can y'all do that for us?
Absolutely.
And so when those that's listening, y'all let me know. I'm getting a little feedback. Do y'all hear the feedback as well? If you hear the feedback, let me know in the comments and just say feedback.
Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Do you guys hear any feedback? We're catching a little feedback over here. Thank you for joining.
No, it sounds good. Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
And it could be because I had the earpiece on.
Yeah.
But,
go ahead.
So, again, thank y'all so much for joining. Hopefully y'all have seen our videos that we've been posting for the last 6 days about the 6-day intimacy reset challenge. Give us a thumbs up or hands up or put in the comment section if you followed along with us on those 6 days. And if you haven't followed along, if you only did 1 day, 2 days, just let us know what you did. Say, put in the comments. If you did 1 day, just put a 1. If you did 2 days, 2 days, 3 days, put it in the comments. If you did the whole 6 days, put 6. All right, y'all?
Wonderful.
And so those is on here. Thank y'all so much for the roses. Keep the roses coming. Y'all come on. Give us those roses and all the different little coins and hearts. We're here for it tonight. We're just going to have a chat. We want to talk about that 6-day intimacy reset challenge. Maybe some of the struggles you may have had with it. Some part may have been easy, some part may have been hard, and some part made you think. But we're going to just talk about it all tonight. So thank y'all again for joining us on our live. And then after we talk about that, we're going to tell y'all who we are. Because like I said, we've been posting the videos and daily for the last 6 days. Well, we've been posting videos for a while.
Yeah.
But we've never actually just let everyone know who we are. So once we talk about the challenge, then we're going to kind of just give you a little information on who we are and how long we've been together, all that type of stuff. We're gonna get to that, okay? So thank y'all for joining.
Don't leave. Please keep on. Stay to the end. Stay to the benediction.
Not the benediction. As you can tell, that's a pastor talking about the benediction.
Don't leave. Stay, because we have some good information, some good nuggets that we're going to share with you guys.
Okay, so the 6-day intimacy reset challenge, guys. The purpose was to restore intimacy and build on purpose, and they want you to thrive together. Now,
honey, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Listen, for those of you that are here in the chat, go ahead, honey. I'll keep my thought because I kind of lost it when I. Go ahead.
That's why you should have muted it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's get into this 6-day intimacy reset challenge. Okay, y'all, let me know if anybody joined us on the 6-day challenge or not. Day 1. Let's get into day 1 of the 6-day intimacy reset challenge here. So day 1 was a 10-minute. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to go ahead and say something?
Yeah, go ahead, honey.
Day 1 was a 10-minute connection, right? And then so for day 1, you're going to set aside 10 minutes to talk with your spouse. 10 minutes of uninterrupted time. That means no cell phones, no TVs, anything that could be a distraction, no checking emails. This is 10 minutes of time just for you and your spouse to connect. And so during this 10-minute time, there was some conversation prompts that we gave you, right? Y'all anybody remember the conversation? Do we have anybody that took the challenge with us? Lift your hand, put that little emoji hand over there if you did, or give us a thumbs up or something. But like I said, the first day was a 10-minute connection. And so some of the conversation prompts were, how are you really feeling this week? What's been on your mind lately? And then how can I support you better? Now, those 3 questions alone is definitely you can have a conversation for 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Because, a lot of times we get busy with work and church and children, and we sometimes just kind of unintentionally forget to talk. So this was just a 10-minute conversation that you would have with your spouse, just to find out, how the week was going, what's been on your mind lately, and how can I support you better? You want to say anything?
No, go ahead, honey.
Okay. So, and then day 2 was intentional appreciation. Intentional appreciation, that's really good there. And so on day 2, all you had to do is express to your spouse what you appreciate about them. And we wanted you to be specific. Just don't give some generic saying, I appreciate you, honey. You appreciate them for what?
Yeah.
We wanted you to give details, letting your spouse know you appreciate them. Those little things that they do.
Both husband and wife.
That you appreciate it. Go ahead.
I was going to say both the husband and the wife. The wife tell the husband what she appreciate about him, and vice versa.
Correct. You know, you tell that little appreciation could have been something as simple as getting something for you, getting up out the bed, popping you some popcorn, like my husband does so freely. Because you know I love popcorn. Sometimes I eat popcorn for dinner, and we laying snuggle up in the bed.
And she want me to get up and go make popcorn while I'm already snuggled
in the cover.
Yeah.
And he do it. So you know, and I appreciate you. So here we go. Thank you. I appreciate you for how you get up and make me some fresh popcorn, not microwave popcorn, y'all, because I don't eat microwave popcorn. These are popcorn that's popped on the stove with some real butter in the movie. What you call it? The movie salt. They sprinkle on there, and then sometimes we make them. He melt some caramel and put on them. But yeah.
And so she appreciate that, and I appreciate her for getting me up out of the bed.
You was too cozy anyway, so you need to get
that's what I know.
Stretch your legs, huh?
Have to do something.
Okay, so tell me what's something you appreciate about me?
Well, I appreciate you, honey, for your all the things you do for me around here. Like you cook.
Be specific. I just said be specific because I know I do it.
Like you cook dinner, you might make me my favorite dessert or something to that degree. You know, so I appreciate you for all the labor that goes into making just one banana pudding or something that I might a dinner a meal that I might desire to have. She go out of her way to make sure I have that meal. So I appreciate her for that.
Yeah, you appreciate that I can cook.
Oh, absolutely. Because in the beginning, don't not in the beginning. I appreciate her now. I appreciate her for her effort, but when it comes, I don't appreciate her for the taste.
So we're gonna talk about that a little bit more when he's talking in the beginning, because
you know, in the beginning, God.
What God?
In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. In the beginning, she was learning how to cook.
Exactly. But to that note, you know, even though I got married and we were very young when I got married, and we'll talk about that once we finish talking about the challenge. But just in general, when someone is getting married, you don't go into a relationship knowing how to be a wife. You don't go into a relationship knowing how to cook and do certain things. You learn. It's on the job training.
Yeah.
So with that on the job training, you have to be a partaker of the process.
In other words, I had to be the experiment. Yeah, I had to be the one who tasted the experiment that she was conjuring up.
Oh, taste and see if it was good.
It wasn't that.
But God. But how about now?
Oh, it's good now.
Sweet Susie's Catering. If y'all don't know, I have a catering company. You can order anything. I can make anything you like. Seafood, Chinese food, soul food. What else? Italian food.
Whatever. She's good. She's good at it. Listen,
you can't miss me now.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's not good, I'm gonna be critically honest.
And I want him to be. I'm not the wife that, oh, don't hurt me. No. If it's not good, tell me. Because when I go serve somebody else, they're going to be talking about me. So if it's not good, you tell me it's not good so I can go back to the kitchen.
I tell her right away. It ain't, I used to tell her like that when I was young and inexperienced. I used to tell her it was junk, man. What is this? Who you think going to eat this? But that's when I was young and immature. And so, you know, I would just give her a piece of my mind. But anyway, I've grown from that stage to a more intelligent stage that I know how to be critically honest, but in a loving way.
The Lord had to work on him in that area because he was terrible. But again, to his defense, you know, we're married young. You know, most time you go in and you don't really understand how to be a husband, how to be a wife. So it's on the job training. But yeah. God had to work on him. He was a stickler.
It got better. Okay.
Yeah, it got better. So day 3 was vision and pray together. And so on day 3, you want to talk about your future goals, your dreams, your family vision, and then pray together.
How many of you have a family vision? Now you might have a personal vision, and you might have a vision for your business and all these other areas, but do you have a family vision where you have sat down with your wife and have written out? The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain, make it clear that they that read it might run with it. So if you got to have a vision for your personal life, for your family life, for everything that you got to have an end game. All right.
Yeah, where you going to?
Yeah.
Where you what's
What's the
outcome?
end? Yeah.
Yeah, and so then also you want to talk about during this time, talk about some of the dreams you have, the things you want to obtain. You know, dream together. Where you places you may want to travel and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And then once you get together and speak about your dreams, your vision, and the goals, you may want to go back to school and get a degree in something. Whatever it is, this was the day to let's just put it all on paper and let's talk about it. And then once we do that, then you want to get together and pray. You and your spouse pray together over those visions, those dreams or goals that y'all talked about. Pray together. Because it's important that you pray together. I know if you're there, those that are out there listening to us, let us know how many of y'all do y'all actually pray together. I mean, it don't have to be for a long time, but pray together at least 5 or 10 minutes with your spouse.
Yeah.
That's important.
And pray over your vision, the thing that you have agreed upon. Pray over it that God might establish it.
All right. Yep. So yeah, that was day 3. Now day 4 is talking about a healthy conflict reset. Now, having this conversation, remember that was when you having this conflict, talking about how to have healthy conflict, it was no interrupting, no blaming, only understanding, and just what?
Listen
with no interruptions. Yes.
So that's so important. Go back to that. I want to elaborate. It's so critically important that when if you don't think that there will be conflict in a relationship, you're sadly mistaken. If you don't want conflict, get yourself a dog. But if you have another person, there's going to be disagreements.
Always.
But there's a way to have a healthy conflict. Don't go to name calling and blame calling and all of the other callings, but learn how to listen at someone and don't listen to respond, to defend. Listen to what they are saying so that you could understand their heart. And I think that when you understand and when you allow for someone else's heart to be heard, then you'll be more compassionate, more patient with what they're trying to communicate to you. You have to have more. You got to be more willing to hear than to give the sacrifice of a fool. You want to right away jump them because you want to defend your position. No, hear them out because maybe what they're saying have relevance. Maybe it have some real.
It does have relevance.
Yeah,
they're telling you how they feel. It has,
absolutely,
it has relevance.
Absolutely.
And what you can when after you listen to them and heard them out, you can kind of ask them to help you understand how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, let them know you empathize with them, help on how they feel. But all the key thing is, like he said, conflict is going to happen in any thriving relationship or one that's on the rocks. Conflict will happen.
And conflict sometimes can be good.
Conflict is good.
Yeah, because it allows you to work out your differences. Conflict, it's not unnatural to have conflict.
Healthy couples have conflicts, just the way that you handle those conflicts.
Absolutely.
That's what's key. All right. So y'all quiet in the chat. Y'all there, just give us some thumbs up and hearts and roses.
Any questions? Send us some questions.
If you got questions, put them in the comment as well so we can respond to those once we finish.
Yeah, we love answering questions.
Interact with y'all tonight. Come on. Share this live with another couple. Share this live. Subscribe and follow us. That's what we want y'all to do. All right.
Absolutely.
Give us some thumbs up and hearts. Let us know you're there. All right.
We don't want to be just talking in
the wind.
Yeah, talking to people that's trolling. We want to hear from you. We want to have a dialogue, not a monologue.
Yes. Okay. So then day 5 was physical connection. And this physical connection is non-sexual. And for that day 5, we wanted you to hug for 20 seconds. Hold their hands. Sit close and be present. Now this is physical connection. What you trying? Which one hit your thing?
Yeah, there you go.
So again, physical connection, non-sexual. How many touches does a woman need?
She need
Non-sexual
listen,
touches.
she need at least 10 non-sexual touches per day, man.
Per day.
And touches don't mean you just physically have to be there. You can call her, that's a touch. You can text her, that's a touch.
Mhm.
You can send a message by pigeon, that's a touch.
Wait a minute now.
However you want to make that touch, go ahead and do it. You can send some flowers, send some candy, send a card.
I'll bring it home.
However you want to make those touches, just make sure that she get those touches every day, and that's important. You know, we have a tendency, you know, we want our touch, but we don't want to give touches.
You want the sexual touch.
Yeah, this thing is mutual.
But if you give your wife those touches, who knows? It may lead to the sexual touch.
Yeah.
But you don't want to always. You don't want to always make her feel like the only time she connects with you is when it's time to have sex or be intimate.
Absolutely.
She want to feel you before the intimacy time, via, like he said, texting, calling.
We're different, man. We don't need much to light our fire, but on the other hand, they need to be warmed up. Per se.
Well, that's when we talking about sexual touches.
Yeah.
Non-sexual touches.
But I'm talking about if you want to get to that area of, you know, maybe later, then if you've kissed her and made her feel desired, then maybe who knows what would happen.
So what you saying, just if you know you're trying to get something at night, you want to do some things to lead up to it, to make the path easy.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, this is what worked for me.
Yeah, man, folks. Okay, and then the last one was day 6, hard conversation.
What is the hard conversation?
We want to talk about the areas where you feel disconnected. Or you ask them, what do you need more of from me? So you're basically asking them to say, hey, what can I do better as a wife? Or what can I do better as a husband? What do you need from me at this season in your life? Because, you know, we all men and when we have different seasons that we're in. And so this is a conversation. Hey, at this particular time of your life, what do you need from me? Or what can I improve in? Or how, what do you feel disconnected from?
So in other words, you're saying that what you needed at 20, you don't need at 30. And what you need at 30, you might not need at 40.
Correct.
So, okay. So in other words, there's always life transition. Mm-hmm. And so when life transition, you have to make the change also, both men and women, to accommodate your spouse in whatever area they need that attention. It's important for you to know how to cater to your spouse in the time of their life and the things that they might need.
Yeah, we got to cater to each other. And what I always tell the couples, you want to be that one-stop shop. Whatever he likes or need, you want to provide that for him, and vice versa. Whatever she likes or need, you want to provide that for her. You want to be the one-stop shop.
Now, let me put some bite to this. Now, when we're making these statements, we're talking to married people. We're not just. We want to make.
No,
we want to make sure that that we're talking to the right group of people, because we are Christian-based podcast. We love the Spirit and till death do us part. We are Christian-based ministry that we minister from. So we want to make sure that you understanding who we're talking to, who our intended audience is, and so we want to make for sure that you understand that. So we just want to put some emphasis on that particular position. All right.
So for those, what would you say for the 6-day challenge? What would you say was the hardest or the easiest part?
Me or them?
You.
Well,
and then also to them as well. What do you think? Did y'all feel like a certain part was harder than another part? The non-sexual touches, the physical connection, the hard conversation. the vision and prayer. So what part do you feel was maybe hard for you, or maybe not hard, maybe it was easy? What was the easiest part? So y'all talk with us in the chat. Y'all are quiet over there. Let us know which part was the hardest, which part was the easiest. Let us know.
I think, and this is just my perspective on, I think a lot of time the hard part is being consistent in prayer with your spouse, because a lot of times you get busy. I mean, and the reason why I'm speaking on this is because this is one thing that I want couples to really begin to do, because it's going to help strengthen and it's going to help reinforce your relationship, because the Lord says without him we can do nothing. Mm-hmm. So anything that you do in life, you gotta always make sure that God is a part of the equation. Marriage, I tell people this all the time, marriage is about three. Me, my wife, and God. And if you take either one of them out of the equation, you're not going to have a marriage. You're going to have a mess. If my wife was to leave and it was just me and the Lord, that's not a marriage. If I was to leave and it's just my wife and the Lord, that's not a marriage. The marriage consists of all three working together in harmony, in unison. And that's how relationships begin to flourish and begin to grow. So I think that prayer should be our focal point. And listen, you should pray for your husband, and your husband should pray for you, and y'all should pray together.
Amen. So, with that being, y'all have any comments that you want to put in the comment section? Thoughts, ideas, questions, put them in the comment section, and so we can look at them now. Because we're supposed to get ready to go, and we're going to talk about
who we are.
Who we are.
Yay. I want y'all to know who we are.
You may have seen, hopefully you've seen some of the videos that we've been posting for the last 30, 40 days. We've been posting
at least 40 days.
Videos. Might be longer than that.
Yeah.
Started back in, put it like this, we've been posting videos since April. How about that?
So we
consistently, that is. We've posted before, but since April, I've been trying to post something every day, giving you some tips.
And the only way you're going to see it, some of them are very comical. Some of it's just a plethora of thoughts and marriage tips that we put in the skits for you guys to provoke thought and to arouse your curiosity about who we are. So let's with that being said, let's get into who we are. Let's talk about who we are, and that way you guys can kind of get a understand. We've introduced ourselves. Somebody said something. How can I get my husband to be more intentional without me having to
say it?
Okay, that's a good question.
And that's what I was going to say. I think the hardest one I was going to say is being intentional, because you get so busy with life, working, if you're involved in ministry, you have children and children get in activities, or you have activities outside of work, you just unintentionally, you kind of forget.
But
so go ahead.
I think what the way to get him to be more intentional, you have to begin to plan. You have to plan. In other words, to be intentional, because we're so busy in this culture.
Go ahead.
We're so busy in our culture till if you don't have something scheduled, because you have to sometimes you have to provoke intentionality, because you're never going to find everything is jockeying for your time. So go ahead, honey.
I would say, like I said once before, not plan. You have your phone. We have the devices. We have these devices that we use for everything. Plan. Put it in the phone. This is what I would say to the husband. Put it in your phone once a week to make sure. Put a note in there saying, put on your calendar to remind yourself to be intentional about spending time with your spouse. Be intentional about taking her somewhere, or telling her how much you appreciate her love. Because sometimes you think she know I love her, or he know I love him. I don't have to say it. But sometimes it's good to show that you love and appreciate that person. So put you a reminder on your phone, husband, to remind yourself every week. You can put it on every Thursday, every Friday, whatever day you decide to do it on. And schedule it for it can do it. It'll remind you to repeat every week. And so when that pop up on your phone, it's going to, you put in there, show appreciation, thank my wife, whatever you want to put in there to help you remember. And when that pops up, right at that moment, go ahead and do it. Don't wait and say, oh, I'm going to do it in a few minutes, because it's something going to get your attention. Right at that moment, you stop and say, hey, I appreciate you for X, Y, Z, or hey, we're gonna go, let's go on a date tomorrow night. Put on your red dress, your high heels. Y'all know that song, we're going to go somewhere. So, but what I'm saying is put a reminder on your phone, on your calendar, on your phone, and it'll pop up every week to remind you to be intentional about showing your spouse that you appreciate them. Because that's important. You don't want to have that way. Oh, hey, you ain't took me nowhere. You don't appreciate me. No, you got to get that in your mind. So that's, for me, the easiest way. And that's something that I do. I put it on my phone to remember to say something, or a hug. Like, for one thing, I put on my phone every day. I put in there, give a hug daily at a certain time. Yeah. And that helped me remember to say, hey, hug my husband.
And honey, as I look at her question, she said, how can she get her husband? You trying to get your husband.
That's what I said. Just have him to put a reminder in his phone. Yeah. And that'll pop up every week. So when he see that reminder, okay, I need to be intentional. Yeah. Or do I need to take my wife out to eat, or tell her I love her, or I appreciate her? Whenever that pop up, that's going to trigger some stuff.
A lot of time, it's not that we don't want to be intentional.
Right.
That's not our, I feel bad if my wife have to remind me to do something for her. It's not that we don't want to do it. Life gets busy, and a lot of time we just it's not that we forget, honey. It's kind of like that. We're so busy that it is kind of like forgetting, but it's more like being too busy. So, like my wife said, if you help him through a reminder, and if you sit down and have that conversation, and he say, this is a great idea, put that in my phone, and then that will kind of help him to feel that he's involved in it, so that he don't think that you're pushing it on him.
She putting it in the phone going to help him remember.
Yes.
And then that way she don't have to always tell him when that pop up. That's going to remind him. Okay, I need to do something,
because he really want to do it. He's just not. You giving him a good idea to get him involved in remembering.
That way you don't have to say nothing to him. Once you have that conversation, you say, hey, what do you think about this here? I'm gonna put this reminder on your phone. And that way after that, you don't have to say it no more, because that phone is gonna pop up every week to remind him.
So I got it in my phone I have it in my phone right now. It says, call Susie, give Susie a hug, send her a message. That it's in my phone, so it helped me to remember to give my wife a call, even when I'm not thinking. When I let it slip my mind. And that reminder will help me to, just give her a call and see how she's doing. So
you can even put in there too for date night. Put in there, hey, put a reminder for date night. Hey, let's plan a date night for whatever day, Friday, Saturday, whatever day y'all is good for y'all. Put that as a reminder, date night, so you can remember. Use use the phone. It's a good tool to help you remember. Because like he said, you want to do these things, but you get busy with life. So a good tool to do is to put it on your phone.
Help them to remember.
Help you remember. And, if you can do it for both parties. It can help you.
Absolutely.
Show him some appreciation as well. Put it on your phone, reminders to do certain things.
Yeah, because we like to be engaged too.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for the question.
Any other questions? Thank y'all so much for the questions. Any other questions? We want to hear from you.
Now, let's get into the meat of the matter.
So, let's talk about who we are. Like I said, we've been posting videos. We've been around for a while, but we've been posting consistently since April. So we want to take out the time to tell you who Love the Spears are, okay? So, but the first thing I want to say, because you always hear we talk about T.D.D.U.P. That's not a word. That's an acronym, guys. And so it is, help me. T, can you see it? Put it away in front of. Can y'all see it?
Look how it's doing over there. Can y'all see these?
Let me see right here. Yeah. That's the acronym T, D
D
U
P.
P, that background. We got a virtual background and it's messing it up. But that's an acronym, T.D.D.U.P, which stands for Till Death Do Us Part. That's the name of our couples club, because a marriage is a covenant and it's till death do you part. So that's where we get that acronym from, T.D.D.U.P, till death do us part. When you say I do, you're saying I'm going to be with you until we die. That's what your covenant is, all right? I know even nowadays you want to pop up when it don't go your way and leave. No, that's not God's will for you. He wants you to stay till death do you part. Unless there are other reasons in the Bible that tells you for divorce. But just because he didn't do something you want him to do, no,
Right.
That's not it.
Work it out.
Work it out. So, but yeah, that stands for T, till death do us part, T.D.D.U.P. So when you hear T.D.D.U.P, now you know what it means. And so T.D.D.U.P is a couples club. If you're married or engaged, we would love for you to join the T.D.D.U.P couples club. We meet twice a month on Fridays.
Where are we located?
We're in the Spring area of Texas. And like I said, we meet twice a month. One time is we have a session where we're just talking about anything pertaining to marriage. And then the second time we try to go out on a date night to some local place in the city. You know, Houston has a lot going on and we try to go hit those spots up. And we would love for you and your spouse or fiance to join the T.D.D.U.P couples club. I will share a link. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put a link for you to join the T.D.D.U.P couples club. Come on, be a part of a community of couples, like-minded couples, where we have good food, fun, and fellowship.
Now, Spring is on the outskirts of Houston.
Right there.
And it's not that far. We're right up the street from the Woodlands. Right up the street. Yeah. Between Houston
and the Woodlands.
Yeah. And listen, I want to
corner from Humble.
Yeah, I want you to remember this right here. We're going to have an outing where we're going to invite some of you to the outing. We're going to have a spot somewhere in Houston or in Spring, somewhere in the areas. If you follow us, you'll get a chance to, you'll know when we're going to put on this event, so you can come out, you and your husband. Listen, we go bowling, we go out to the restaurants. We do a lot of different things in the city. We even have a retreat once a year. Man, I'm telling you, we have such a powerful time and what we do, we come together and we strengthen your marriage from a biblical and from an experimental position. You're not just getting involved with people who are novice. No, we've been, listen, here, we're going to tell you who we are. So just to start off.
But since you mentioned about the retreat,
yes.
Yeah, we have a retreat annual, and it's a 2-day retreat. We start it's a Thursday till Saturday. And like you said, we have powerful sessions there. We discuss everything pertaining to marriage. We have some fun there. We have
games.
We have
outings,
games that we do.
Food.
We have outings. We talk about sex. Nothing is off the table, because you can't have a well-rounded, thriving marriage if there's no sex involved. So we talk about it, okay? So I'll give y'all information on that as well. That's coming up on the upcoming year. We would love to have you join us. We're locating a venue at the moment, but we will share the details with you.
And you and your husband just sit at home and on Friday nights, and you guys are not doing anything, and you need some like-minded people that's going to, you can have fun with and, really get to know other people and strengthen. The Bible says that iron sharpens iron. We're not here to get in your business. We're here to help you flourish.
But if you need help,
yes,
we're here to help. We are certified coaches.
Yes.
And so I guess my husband and I, we've been married for 37. Next month will be 38 years that we've been married.
38 years. So we have some experience. Believe me, we've seen some things. We've gone through some things. We've helped mentor couples through some things. And yes, we can mentor you. We are certified coaches. We have for those of you who like to see paperwork, we have the paperwork to prove it.
Yeah, and like I said, we got married. I was 17. My husband was 21, and we got married very, very young.
Very young.
But God brought us through, and like I said, we're here 38 years later, still striving. We blended our families. We walked through difficult seasons. And God, like he said, God has allowed us to mentor and coach couples who want stronger marriages based on God's design.
Yes,
So if that's what you're looking for, we can help with that as well.
absolutely.
So like, okay, let's talk about how we met. I guess
Okay.
that's what we can talk about.
For those of you who know
Wait a minute, they not know. We gotta tell them who we are.
Okay.
So they can want to be a part of T.D.D.U.P.
Yeah. So okay.
So again, like I said, I just told you that we got married young. How do we meet?
First,
Tell them how we met.
for those of you who don't know, we're from the city of Houston, right there in Acres Home, 790. For those of you who don't know where that is, that's here in Houston. So my wife and I, we lived in apartment complex. She lived with her mother and I lived with my mother, and she lived downstairs and I lived upstairs. And when we first began to date, she was already dating someone. So we made a pact, we made a pact. We said, okay, I told her, if you break up with your boyfriend, then I'll break up with my girlfriend and we can be girlfriend and boyfriend. So we agreed to that. And so after that happened, my wife and I, we got together and we've been dating.
So wait a minute, how did we, like you said, we were neighbors. They sat upstairs and we stayed downstairs. So
in other words, her mom lived up under my mother. We lived on top. Okay, but they didn't know that we lived right over each other.
Yeah, upstairs. If I live upstairs, they down.
Yeah, but what if you live on that side?
Anyway,
the reason why I said that is because we had a signal that she would call me.
Hold on, before you talk about the signal though. This was 38 years ago.
Yeah, 38 years ago.
No cell phone.
No cell phones at all.
So go ahead so how do we communicate?
So the reason why I was putting emphasis on I lived upstairs and she lived downstairs is because my mother lived over her mother. And so when she wanted me to come downstairs, she would get the broom and hit the roof. And then I would go downstairs and my mother got a hold to the signal and she when my wife would hit the roof, my mother would say, that girl is calling you again. And so I would go downstairs and have that, we would talk or whatever we wanted to talk about.
Now we didn't have house phones. I don't know why we didn't just pick up the phone and call them.
It was easier to hit the roof.
Yeah, it was house phone. We could have called, but that's just something that we had put in place and we knew what it meant. He knew what it meant. So yeah. So we met, we were neighbors. And we told you how long we've been married. We've been married. Next month will be 38 years. And we are a blended family. We have 4 kids, 5 grandkids, and 1 on the way. And yeah, I know y'all talking about grandkids.
Yeah, we have grandkids.
I do. I have 5 G babies and 1 on the way. What you want to say about that?
Well, I can't say much about it because all of them, my little grandkids, they love me. They love to come to see Papa. And so, yeah, we have 5 grandkids and, they're the love of our life. And we're looking forward to raising them up in the admonition and the reverence of God. So, these are who God have entrusted us with. We value what God put in our care. And you should do the same thing. You should be valuing what God put in your care. Okay,
tell them about the story, City. Do you remember our first date?
Yeah. Okay. So
tell them about that.
Our first date was at the Pizza Hut. It was at the Pizza Hut on 45 and Titwell is the first place. Now back then, back in the day, pizza was an expensive meal, unlike what it is today. Pizza. He tried
to justify for a pizza a day.
Yeah, that's where we were. That's where we were. That's where we decided to go for our first date to eat pizza. And so we've been eating pizza ever since.
Pizza Hut is our favorite pizza place.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So we had our first date was at the Pizza Hut on 45 in Titwell.
Yep. What else? I'm trying to think of another story.
Another thing, my wife was still in school also when we were married. So she would go to school and I would go to work. So we were very young, and so most marriages don't last for that long unless God have some oil on it, because most times those kind of marriages don't last. And so we're not boasting, but we're thankful that irregardless of all the things that happen on this journey, we're still together. We haven't let anything cause our marriage to be dissolved.
And like you say, if God had to be in it, because we were, like I said, we were really young.
Yes.
And didn't know anything about marriage when we got into it. And like you said, my husband, he was real hot-headed, had a bad attitude, but God saw us through that. I was 17, he was 21. Didn't know how to be nobody's wife at 17. I even right now, I wouldn't recommend anyone that age to get married, because that's too young.
Exactly.
But
so God brought us through everything that he brought us through simply because he wanted to use our life to impact other people. This is not just by accident, but what we are doing, it is by the providential hand of God that we were able to stay together, learn from our mistakes, having been trained in counseling, in marriage, and all of these areas. Now, the tools that we have acquired, we want to share them with other couples so that you're married. Listen, we know you want to stay married. We know you want your family to be strong and develop. So God have equipped us and empowered us to equip you and empower you. So we want you to come on and be a part of what God is doing with this great marriage podcast and this marriage couples group that we mentor.
Okay, yeah, and so as my husband said, we're passionate. We're passionate about helping marriages thrive, so our children can be raised in a healthy 2-parent home. So, hence, that was the reason for T.D.D.U.P. We want to help marriages thrive and be healthy, a fun, loving home with 2 parents where our children can thrive. I'm trying to think of another story that we could tell.
Let me tell this story. When we first got married, where did we live? Where did we live after we got married? Because 2 days after I turned 21, we got married. And right away, when I turned 21 and she was still 17, we moved out of our parents' home and we moved into an apartment. So tell them about our living condition a little bit.
We moved into our own apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. And then now mind you, again, we were 17 and 21 when we moved into this apartment. We moved into this apartment with 0 zip furniture. Now we had a wedding, we had a big to-do wedding, but we didn't have any furniture. So we got after about a week, we got a bedroom set, because I was like, okay, this pallet ain't getting it. So, but after about a week, we got a bedroom set. But little by little, we had the apartment fully furnished, and so that was part of the struggle when we first started. We didn't have a lot, but God brought us through it to where we moved in. We didn't have nothing, so we got the bedroom set after a week, and then we got furniture, and before you know it, the whole house was fully furnished. Oh, I know what's the story I can tell y'all right now. With us being young, earlier he mentioned about the food. So I called myself, I want to go in there and fry some chicken for my new husband. Baby, I had a cast iron skillet too. I fried the chicken. Had the grease too high, thinking back now. And so the chicken fried, it looked all nice on the outside. Baby, cut that chicken open, that chicken wasn't even done on the inside. It was a thigh, I remember.
I thought I just killed the chicken.
Baby, that chicken was burnt on the outside, and the inside wasn't even done at all. My Lord. But again, I was 17, we got married. I didn't know anything about being anybody's wife, didn't even know anything about cooking. But I decided I was going to try to make some cooking, fry some chicken that day. Baby, that chicken was a mess.
So these are the trials and errors of life. So listen, if you just got married and you're not quite there yet, don't throw in the towel. Don't give up. Just stay the course.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. Stay the course. You said I do. Now, since you said I do, listen. Marriage is something that you grow into. You don't, when you first get married, you don't know nothing about being married. Even if you had a parent, even if your parents was married, their marriage is going to be totally different from your marriage. You can't base your marriage off of their marriage. You just got to work with what you have and develop it. So, you know, and grow it. That's the whole purpose of you getting married. You're supposed to grow. A marriage, in a marriage, y'all are supposed to grow. You grow together. You start off, it's just two of you. Then, you know, like my wife said, and now we have 4 children. Then came one baby, then the next one. And then, you know, it grew into what it is now. And, you know, thanks be unto God, you know, we used to live in an apartment, you know, and we bought our first house. When did we buy our first house? When we were still young, in our 20s. Yeah. We purchased.
20, I think you might have was 23,
24. I was 24 and she was about 20 years old when we purchased our first home. So, you know, we started off with living in an apartment, sleeping on the floor, an empty apartment. So, you know, it grew over time, you know. And
like you said, yeah, we bought our first house. He was 24, I was 20. It was a nice 4-bedroom home.
Yeah.
And then from there, like I say,
we went through a transition.
We had 3 at that time. We had 3 kids.
Yeah, we had 3 kids.
No, we had 4 at that time.
No,
Jaden was born there. Green.
Yeah, he was born there. Yes.
Yeah, so we had 4 kids by that time. You know, we had several apartments before then.
Yeah,
so we bought our first home, like I said, when he was 24, I was 20. So, but God has been. We've had several cars.
Yeah,
so, but God has been good to us this whole time. I can't complain. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend marrying that early right now, but God brought us through it. Even though some people said it wouldn't last, but we're here 38 years later to declare the goodness of God, and we're friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
don't I actually like her. You know, she's been around, and she's my comrade. She's the one who I confide in. You know, marriage is something that you have to build, and friendship is something. Listen, don't know. You know, you might meet somebody and you call them your friend, but they don't. People grow to be your friend. They're not just your friend. You got to grow. You got to get to know people before you start calling them your friend. And you know, my wife and I, we've been, like she said, this year, next month is going to be our 38th year of marriage. And we have grown, we've grown internally and externally. You know, it's just been a journey. And so we want to share with you all of our experience. We can't do everything here tonight, but I'm telling you, you need to find this group. You need to get involved with T.D.D.U.P Couples Club. I'm telling you, you're going to have a tremendous experience. I'm talking about there's someone who's going through the same thing that you're going through. Let me tell this story. Can I tell this story? We had a couple of couples who came in, and one couple began to tell their story, and another couple exclaimed, "Man, I'm going through the same thing." And so when they heard their testimony, the other couple was able to say, "Okay, so we can work through the same thing also." So you never can tell who will help your marriage, who can, you know, because
you would never can tell what you're here because, like,
exactly,
this is a group of like-minded couples, and you know, everybody go through something. Don't think what you're going through is the secret. So, and again, this is a safe space to share what's transpiring. And like I said, we coach you through it, help you with it, we pray you through it. We're here for you. Like I said, we've been together 38 years, so we definitely have some wisdom to pour into you, and that's what we do in the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club. I'm going to put a link there for you to be able to join the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club, because we would love to have you and your spouse, or if you're engaged, we would love to have you as well. So I'll put a link for you to click that link to find out how to join the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club.
But listen, before we go, I want to try to get at least 100 people to follow us. I don't know if we can monitor it, if we can track it right now. But listen, I want to get at least 100 people to start following us, because I'm telling you, you're going to be receiving some powerful information that comes from the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club. My wife and I, we're here to minister to you on every level. We want to help strengthen your marriage. Listen, you might be going through even some of you might be considering divorce. Before you do it, contact us. We want to listen. We want to help you to come out of that. You can overcome any situation, but you just have to be willing to work through it and to communicate with each other. See, the breakdown is in the communication. When the communication is broken, then there's no way to, even with God. God wants, the way you get something from God, you have to communicate with him in prayer. So if you had a setback, if there's something transpired in your marriage, you just need someone to help counsel you and to guide you through how to handle it. You might not. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, honey.
I was just gonna say be open and teachable to receive the help, and we can definitely help you. Ladies, I know when you hear that word about being submissive or submit, it's you cringe, but submission is your protection.
Yeah.
And we can talk more about that. Our time is up now, but submission is your protection, ladies. You want more information, you want to talk more about that, you can inbox me and we can get together, schedule a one-on-one, and we can talk more about that. But again, submission is your protection. It doesn't mean that you don't have a voice because you're submitting to your husband. You got to have a covering, ladies. You need someone to cover you. You need someone to protect you. You need someone to guard your heart. You need someone to be able to care and to to understand what you're going through. You need somebody to cover you. So listen, I want to teach your husband how to cover you, how to make sure he's protecting you. Listen, I pray for this woman to make sure that the hand of God is protecting her, and that she's her mental capacity is being protected. I guard her through covering. So this is so critically important. And then since you said that about teaching the men, ladies, you say you want a man, the thing you hear on the street now, I want a godly man or a man that loves God. You can know how he loves God by his relationship with God. Because, do they go to church? They don't go to church, that don't mean nothing. They have a relationship with God. Exactly. When you're out there dating, trying to find a husband or looking to be found, let me say that, do you go to church? It's not the relevant question. That's not. So, but we're not, again, our time is up. Yeah. We could talk more about that, hit me up, inbox me, and we can go into that and into more details. Do you go to church? It's not the question you want to ask. Let me say this right here. The devil go to church every Sunday. Every Sunday. So what? Seeking who he can devour. That's all he has to do. So, go ahead. Go ahead, darling. No. So, again, our time is up tonight. Follow us. If you're not following us, it's Love the Spears on TikTok and Instagram. On YouTube, it's T.D.D.U.P Couples Club. Subscribe and turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll be notified. Hit that follow button, guys. It don't cost you anything to follow us. It don't cost a thing to follow. We're going to be sharing. We're going to continue to share all type of marriage advice, tips. We have some bloopers that we share with you, some funny moments. Yeah, because everything is not so serious all the time. You got to enjoy each other. So we sharing bloopers and marriage tips. Go to Love the Spirit. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna be traveling. We're gonna let you see some of the places where we travel. Listen, go to Love the Spirits. Look at some of the reels. The reels there, and you're gonna be very impressed. But we're looking forward. Listen, follow us. Follow us. All right. So we're going to get ready and sign off. Thank y'all so much for joining our live. Share this live with another couple. Join the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club. You won't regret it, I promise you. Not only do we have the good teaching and fellowship, we have good food. How about you? Cooked by yours truly. Yours truly. And the couples will tell you, it ain't no junk. But again, we get ready to sign out. Our time is up. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for subscribing and following our channel. Go to YouTube, subscribe, TikTok, Instagram, follow. Come on, we want to get at least 100 of you guys. Okay? 100. That's a small number. Please follow us. Thank y'all so much for following. All right. We look forward to you joining the T.D.D.U.P Couples Club and following us. Again, we're signing off. If y'all have any questions, comments, or thoughts, put it in the comment section and we will respond if we haven't answered already. Thank y'all so much. Love you. From Curtis and Susie that's your part. T.D.D.U.P live Friday night T.D.D.U.P. All right, y'all have a blessed night.